Warner Brothers Discovery just turned down another takeover bid from Paramount Skydance. How many rejections is that now? Oh yeah, it's three. Three rejections, folks. WBD is swiping left like it's allergic to $60 billion. And yeah, this boardroom soap opera is more entertaining than half of the release slate. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, The Critical Nerd, where we watch executives play 4D chess with companies they don't understand, using money that isn't theirs, while the rest of us are just asking for good movies, please. Is that too much? Evidently it is. Today's episode, Warner Brothers Discovery gives Paramount Skydance a hard thanks but no thanks, not once, not twice, but 3 times. That's more twists than Shyamalan's entire filmography, except this one's actually fun. First, I gotta give some context here. WBD, the Frankenstein monster Zaslav stitched together in 2022 with Discovery, is now officially for sale. Yeah, 3 years after their merger with Discovery, they're for sale. And yes, after enough strategic decisions to fill a corporate crime podcast, Zaslav told staff the board launched a formal strategic review of all potential paths, whole company sale, selling pieces like Warner Brothers or Discovery Global, or some alternative separation structure. Translation? Well, we're taking offers, so bring a checkbook. Bid number 1, Paramount Skydance. They floated out there $20 a share. WBD said, nah, it's too low. We can get better than that. So, Paramount Skydance comes back with bid number 2 at nearly $24 a share. Reportedly 80% cash, 20% stock, roughly somewhere in the neighborhood of $57 to $60 billion. WBD, well, they said, nope, hard pass. Don't like that offer. So now we come to bid number 3. Multiple outlets report a third offer also got bounced. At this point, it's like getting turned down at a bar, then asking 2 more times, with billions of dollars and fewer margaritas. Meanwhile, WBD confirms its reviewing options after unsolicited interest, and the stock pops 10 to 11% on that news. Because nothing says value creation like rejecting money while hinting you'll take a different money later. So here's where we're at. Here's the first theory that's been floated out there. Play hardball, pump the price. Turning down $24 a share suggests leadership thinks there's a higher ceiling. Maybe somewhere in the $28 to $32 plus range, especially if a bidding scrum breaks out. And yes, the "we're exploring alternatives" memo sure helped juice that sentiment. Now, there's a second theory floating out there, which is don't sell everything, just sell the good parts. That memo didn't just say for sale, it winked at a breakup. Sell Warner Brothers, HBO Max, the crown jewels, separately from Discovery Global. The cable nets, the legacy networks, your parents leave on. Yeah. I sometimes watch Discovery. You know, I'm one of those people. In other words, part out the Ferrari and leave the rusted minivan to someone else. Now, there's a third theory out there, timing and leverage. WBD sits on iconic IP, intellectual property. DC, Harry Potter, HBO Prestige, and a mountain of debt from 2022. Signal you're open, push back on price, let suitors circle. I mean, this is classic auction tactics. Just that it's with Batman. So now we got to talk about the players. Who wants Warner Brothers Discovery? You got Paramount Skydance, the persistent X, David Ellison chased Paramount for months and won. Now he's back for WBD, and analysts still call him a top contender. But every no makes the next yes more expensive. Then you got Netflix. They're kicking the tires, but they don't want linear TV. They'll take HBO Warner Brothers, but they can keep, meaning Zaslav and Co., CNN, TNT, TBS, TLC, etc. That's smart. Why buy the thing that you helped kill? Then there's Comcast. They're interested, but antitrust alarms would sing given NBCU and MSNBC. Regulatory migraines are not a feature. And then you got Apple. We'll call them the cherry picker. Most likely to covet the prestige bits. You know, HBO and their film library. After a split, that is. They don't want the cable ballast. Tech cash means curated taste. Plenty of chatter about selective interest in WBD separates. So why does this all matter? Even if you just like movies. Well, your favorite IPs could enter limbo. New owners equal new strategies equals cancellations, reshuffles, reboots. You know, we've been down that road before. If ownership turns over, current DC plans aren't exactly carved in stone. I made a video about this just a few days ago. Check it out. Streaming consolidation enters its final form. The industry is admitting, between price hikes and strategic reviews, that infinite growth was a fairy tale. Fewer players, pricier bundles, more synergies. That's PR speak for layoffs and fewer swings. Now, WBD has signaled a split into two companies as soon as next year. You got Warner Brothers, which is the studios, HBO and streaming. And then you got Discovery Global, which is your legacy cable networks. That makes the good half easier to buy and the cable half easier to, park somewhere else. Multiple reports and market notes say that the two-co path is still on the table while the board runs the sale review. Now here's some predictions. There might even be spoilers. WBD holds out for $30 plus a share. They already nixed 24, while the stock popped on sale chatter. The price discovery game is working for now. Paramount returns with bid number 4. Bigger cash slice, cleaner structure, maybe a partner. Billionaires, they don't like to quit. You could have this scenario. They split first and sell second. A clean Warner Brothers HBO asset is catnip for tech streamers like Apple, Netflix. Discovery Global can find a new home. Or, lastly, you could prepare for the usual word salad, unlocking value, evaluating alternatives, no guarantee of outcome. That all translates to, we're going to take the biggest check. And the irony of all this is how you fail upwards. 3 years of cost discipline translated to canceling completed movies, gutting animation, yanking shows off streaming, and rebranding HBO Max into Max. Then turning around to sell the whole circus at a richer price because bidders still want Batman and HBO. Poetry. Yeah, it's grim poetry, but still. The best comment I have seen so far is Zaslav destroyed the studio to afford it, then destroyed it again to sell it. Why doesn't that surprise me? So what happens next in all this mess? Well, short term, earnings calls equal hedge dancers and juicy leaks. Watch the stock swings on every headline. Now, a little bit further out, medium term, does Paramount fire off bid number 4? Do Apple, Netflix, Comcast stop tire kicking? And in the long term, if the split proceeds, prepare for more M&A. synergies, and yet another round of New Vision reboots. So the bottom line here is this. These mergers don't make shows better. They make parachutes golden. WBD is the case study: too much debt, too little creativity, and a belief that XL can fix storytelling. The question of the day is this: is WBD right to hold out, or just rearranging deck chairs on the Titanic? And do any of these chess moves lead to better movies or TV, or juicier price bundles? Drop your take down in the comments below. Smash like WBD smash like WBD smashes reject on takeover bids. Subscribe for more Hollywood meltdown coverage, and ring the bell, because at this pace, we'll need a part 2 by next week. I'm the Critical Nerd. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm out.